Well, wasn't that such an amazing week? Yeah, if you've just arrived, that was our week of Summerfest. Tons of different events going on. Maybe you saw something in the video that you think, oh yeah, I remember that part. Or maybe you saw yourself or some of the teams that were involved in it. We had our skaters helping out. We had our task force helping out. We had a group of Americans from our partner church come and join us. There were just so many people helping out to make a fantastic week full of fun things. It was a very tiring week as well. Didn't we see that at the end of the video as well? But so much fun had, so many new friends made, and so many amazing things learnt about Jesus. He is so great.
I know. It looks like everyone just had the best time. Now, shall we remember a little bit about what we have learnt and seen from the Bible? And shall we share it with those of us who weren't able to attend Champion Academy?
Oh, that's a great idea. But how about we do it in the form of a challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little activity now. We're going to talk about some of the things that you will have learnt about Jesus in the Holiday Academy and the Champion Academy, the one true champion from the Bible. But
some of the things we're going to say are going to be false, and some of them are going to be true.
Right, so if you think that something we say about Summerfest is true, is false, so not true, put your hands on your head. If it's false, put your hands on your head. And if you think it's true, put your hands on your lap.
Well
okay?
done. Good practicing. Are you ready? Here is your first question. Is this true or false? There are only two paths that people can take. There are only two different roads that lead to two different gates. Is that true or false? I heard a very good slap sound then. Yes, you're right. It's true. Jesus did say that there are only two different gates to choose from.
Yeah, he said that there is a narrow gate, which is harder to walk down, but leads to life forever with Jesus. But then there's also the wider gate, which is easier to walk through, but it leads to danger, like Bill and Ted were telling us.
Yes. Next up, we saw that Jesus helped a man who couldn't walk, and he helped him by giving him lots of toys and sweets. Isn't that just the best way to help someone? Is that false or true? What do we think?
Oh, yeah, very good. Lots
very
of hands
good.
and heads. Yeah, that is false. You know, as great as toys and sweets are, Jesus helped the man who couldn't walk by forgiving his sins and making his legs better. A sign that he had been forgiven. That showed us that Jesus is God.
Amazing.
All right, and then on Wednesday, we learned that Jesus is the long-awaited promised king. The long-awaited promised king. Is that true or is that false? Hands on your head if you think it's false. Hands on your lap if you think it's true. Yes, that is true. I heard lots of slapping again. Okay, so that must mean if Jesus is the long-awaited promised king, then he must have arrived into Jerusalem in a limousine and there was like a big firework display going on because that's how important people arrive places. Is that true? Is that false? Oh no, lots of hands on heads.
Everyone. That's silly, Liam. That's silly. We saw Jesus arrived on a donkey. That's because he showed that he was bringing peace, that he was a gentle king, and that the Old Testament from hundreds of years before said that's how God's promised king would arrive. And finally, on Thursday, things got pretty miserable. Was it really true, or was it false, that Jesus actually did die on the cross in place of a man called Barabbas?
All right, kind of hands on heads or hands on laps. So yeah, sadly that one is true. Okay, Jesus did die in the place of a man named Barabbas. But although it was really sad, it was entirely Jesus' choice and God's plan that King Jesus should die. Right, our final quiz question. Was it true that actually Jesus just stayed dead and that was the end of the story? Okay, Jesus just stayed dead.
True.
That was the end on the story. Oh wait, well if you guys are putting your hands on your heads, lots of you are, then surely Jesus didn't really just stay dead. What happened?
Yeah, they're right. Jesus did not stay dead. It's false that Jesus stayed dead. We saw briefly on Thursday that Jesus actually came back to life. What a king Jesus is. What a champion.
Wow, we learned so many things about Jesus in our holiday club. And the Bible has so much to teach us about who Jesus is. He is the one true champion who has even defeated death. You see, dead people, they don't rise back to dead, but Jesus did, and he is living today.
Amazing.
But what difference does that make to us that Jesus is now alive?
That is a great question, Liam. Well, before Jesus went back to heaven, he met with his friends and he told them the difference that it makes. We're going to read from the Bible now. If you turn to page 1000 in the Red Church Bibles, we're going to read from Matthew chapter 28 and verses 16 to 20. It's also going to be coming up on the screens, and Ada is going to come and read that for us. Up you come, Ada.
Yeah, do grab a Red Church Bible. Maybe there's one on the chair next to you, chair in front. turn to page 1000, Matthew 28.
Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make the disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And I am surely with you always to the very end of age."
Well done.
Oh,
Aidan.
brilliant. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Well done. Go sit down. Thank you.
Right, fantastic. Well, so in that Bible reading, we heard that Jesus said that things have now changed. They've now changed, that he is alive. And the first way is that things have changed for Jesus. Okay, we're going to get our Bible passage back up. I want you to try and spot, what does it say kind of has been given to Jesus? What has been given to Jesus? Okay.
Maybe on the next slide.
Next slides, okay. Can someone spot it? What does it say? What's the in red?
Does anyone want to shout it out
Go
or
on,
put your
shout
hand
it out.
up? What's been given to Jesus? Cameron?
All authority. Fantastic.
Cameron.
Thank you, Cameron. So all authority has been given to Jesus. That's a bit of a funny word, isn't it? But basically, authority means power or control. And that means it's all been given to Jesus.
Wow, that is very impressive. But not just any old power and control, not just any old authority. Can you see where Jesus has authority? On the next slide, can you spot it? There are two places where Jesus has power and control and authority. Can anyone see it? Does anyone want to shout it out? Yes, down here. Brilliant,
Fantastic.
well done. Now, heaven and earth, that means everywhere, everywhere. All power and control in the whole universe has been given to Jesus forever and ever. That is very cool.
That is very cool. Well, let's just have take a second, okay? I want you just to turn to the person next to you, maybe the people you came with. And we're going to chat about this question for 30 seconds. Think about this one. It'll also come up on screen. Why did God give Jesus all power and authority? Why did God give Jesus all power and authority? It's a big question, isn't it, Annie?
It is a very big question.
But there's a hint, okay? Have a think. What had Jesus just done? Okay, 30 seconds. Chat to the person around you. Chat to your grown-up.
Okay, would anybody like to feed back an answer to that question? Is
It
anyone
was a
feeling
big question, wasn't it?
particularly brave?
Come on.
Any volunteers? An answer to that question?
Have a go. Let's shout. Yeah, someone put their hand up.
Yeah,
Have a go.
down here.
Fantastic.
Say again. Or we won't be alive because Jesus came back to life, do you mean? Yeah, because Jesus came back
well
to life
done.
and gave us all life. You're exactly right. Now, God gave Jesus all authority and power because Jesus had shown that he was the true champion. Jesus had risen from the dead. Death is the biggest enemy, but it had lost to Jesus. Jesus is indestructible, so God made him the one to love and obey for everyone, everywhere, forever.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to watch a really short video now of someone called Usain Bolt. Okay, put your hand up. If you've heard of Usain Bolt, okay,
That's
quite a lot of
people.
hands heard of Usain Bolt. He is basically the world record holder for being the fastest sprinter ever. And we're going to watch a video now of him in action.
Paul ist der Schnellste aus den Blöcken. Jetzt kommt er. Und jetzt ist Usain Bolt nicht zu halten. Nein, er gewinnt. 9,58 Weltrekord.
Well, that was pretty impressive,
That was
wasn't it?
amazing.
He was so fast, he was just tearing away from them. They could not keep up with it. I think, Annie, he may even be faster than me.
No, I think you're faster.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, maybe I'll challenge him one day and we'll kind of resolve that question. But really, no person has ever run faster. He wins every race. He breaks all the world records. It's almost like before the race even starts, the people next to him, they know, Usain, he's probably going to win, isn't he? He's that fast.
He is that fast. And did you see that he even slowed down at the end?
Yeah.
And he still won. And then after he'd won, he just carried on running. That's why he's called Lightning Bolt and Superman and the king of track and field. People are amazed by him. That's how impressive Usain Bolt is. Now, let me stick Usain Bolt up here. I think he's quite impressive, so let's stick him in the middle. Here. There we go. We've got Usain Bolt. Now, I've got A sign. What does this say? Can anyone read it? Liam. That's Liam. Now, where do we think Liam compares to Usain Bolt? Here?
Higher.
More than Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
I think he's there.
Oh, yes, I'll take that. That's the validation I need. There we go.
There we go. Right, amazing. Now, Usain Bolt is pretty impressive. Liam's a little bit more impressive than Usain Bolt. But where does Jesus compare? If I'm going to show you with this arrow, I want you to shout higher where you think Jesus should be, okay? I'm going to start down here. Where should Jesus go, do you think, compared?
Higher.
Whoa, we're going past Liam.
Come on.
Off the scale. I can't even reach anymore.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. That's how impressive Jesus is.
Yeah, Jesus, he is literally off the scale, isn't he? Off the scale impressive. Because Usain Bolt can't even compare. Not even me. Even I can't compare. We both may be ridiculously fast, me and Usain Bolt. But Jesus, he beats sin and death. Okay? So when we look at Jesus, we're amazed at what he has done. And today, Jesus is alive with all the power, ruling the universe.
Now, some people might think nothing of Jesus, but the truth is that everyone, everywhere belongs to him. It doesn't matter if we ignore him, Jesus still has all the power and he rules over everything.
Yeah, right. Now, to help us think about this a bit more, you might have noticed there's a few different pictures and props around the room. If you see one, if you're happy coming up on stage, remember that thing about YouTube? Just why don't you bring one of the props up that you can see
It might
around
be hidden
you?
under
There's a
chairs,
globe down here on the chairs. Make sure you don't
little
accidentally
people.
steal anyone's stuff, but have a look around you. Maybe there's some flags,
If
some
you've got
animals.
more than one, maybe share it around.
Yeah,
Come
share
on
it around.
Coming up.
Bring it up if you're happy coming up on stage. Okay,
You
let's
can
have
go
a
and
look.
have a look around if you find
Come
one.
on, what else can we see?
Well done. Do you want to move right down?
Right, okay, if you've got a prop,
Well done,
you guys stand here,
Reuben.
fantastic.
Well done, Barnaby.
Oh, we got some
Come on,
flags, yes, brilliant.
Well
Found
done.
a little
We've
doll,
got, yes,
a
well done.
stethoscope,
Keep
a
coming.
flag.
Oh, we've got a flag.
Watch out, you don't
well
trip over
done.
Abby. Right, Abby, do you
Eden
want to
or
come
Rue,
up
do you
here?
want to bring that
Come on,
up?
I'll help you
Well
up.
done.
Right, come on. Okay,
Good job.
right. Do you want to stand here?
Caleb
Is that all of them,
wandering?
Annie?
Yes. Have we got 2 words? Rue's got 1 word. Can
We've
anyone
got
see?
one
There should be
word.
1. Oh, here we go. We've
There
got it.
we
We've
go.
got
Oh,
it,
you've
we've
got one
it.
as well. Fantastic.
Good
Yes,
job.
Andy,
Good
great
job.
job.
Well done, everyone.
Okay,
Now,
wow.
let's have a look at what we've got here. What does yours say? Can you read it out? Death. And what have you got? A rhino. We've got a little rhino. And we've got, do you know what this is called? A stethoscope. Do you want to hold on to them again? Well done. And what does yours say, Rue? Sin. So we've got so far, Jesus is in control of death. He's in control of rhinos. He's in control of stethoscope or health. We'll say health for that one. And we've got sin. Jesus is in control of sin. He's more powerful than sin. Barnaby, do you know what country this is? Does anyone else know what country this is?
Fantastic.
Jamaica. Jesus is in control of Jamaica. What have you got, Reuben? A human. Jesus is in control of all humans. What have we got here? A globe, the whole world. Jesus is in control of the whole world. Abby, do you know what flag you've got? Shout it out if you know. Switzerland. Jesus is in control of Switzerland. And bears. Anything else? And more people. And we've got a Thomas the Tank Engine.
Unexpected prop.
Yeah,
There we
an
go.
unexpected prop. Jesus is in control of animals and people, the world, every single country. And most of all, Jesus is in control of sin and death. Amazing. Well done, guys. Do you want to just pop the props down where they are and you can go and find your seats? Give them a round of
Brilliant.
applause.
Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you,
Well done.
guys. All right. Fantastic, Abby. Wow, we've seen that Jesus is the ruler over so many different things. And do you know what's so amazing? If we follow Jesus, if he is our friend, then this Jesus, who rules over the world, who over sin and death, over all the animals, and even over the trains, he is the one that we can know. We are friends with this champion who rules everything. I think that's probably the best friend that we could ever
I agree.
have. This champion, Jesus, he cares for us, he died for us, and we can be with him in heaven forever.
How incredible to have such a brilliant, powerful king. So we've seen how Jesus rising from the dead changed things for him. He has all authority in heaven and on earth. And we're going to stand and sing before looking at the next way that things have changed by Jesus rising again. So do stand. We're going to sing a song called Super Savior. Stand up.
Fantastic, guys. Well done. Some great actions going on there. So, well, we're going to carry on learning a bit more about what it means for us that Jesus is now alive. I think it's been a while since we kind of heard from our friends again. What were their names again? The Champion Academy, our friends. What were they called?
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. Fantastic. Well, let's hear from them again. Again, maybe they're somewhere here in the building. Let's chant so they can hear us. They can come and help us. Bill and Ted. 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 Bill and Ted.
Yeah, everyone! Good to see you again. Hey, everyone! Woo!
Come on, give me 5.
Yes, great to see you. Hey, guys. Hey, woo! You look so much like my brother Ted, you guys.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, why do you look so much like him? Oh, man, here we are. Man, it might be the last day of Champion Academy, but boy, are we having fun, Ted.
We are having too much fun, and I'm glad it's nearly over because I just can't deal with all this excitement. I might explode, Bill.
Oh, well, don't explode, because now is the moment.
Oh, yes. Step aside. Now is my moment. What I've been training for. Did you bring the donuts? 12 donuts from Greg's?
No, now is the moment for the hot seat. Oh. Thank you, Liam. Get in the hot seat, Ted. You know what to do.
Well, normally I'd be a bit nervous in this position, but I've been learning so much that I know all the answers to all your questions. Go on, hit me.
Wow. Okay, we'll see. Well, Ted, what's the thing you've learnt about Jesus today?
Okay, Jesus died, he rose again, and now we can just go back to living our ordinary lives.
No, sit down. Is your brain made of fuzzy felt?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. No, absolutely not. Jesus dying, rising again, that changes everything. That changes everything about the whole world.
Well, hold on. So he died, bad. He rose again, good. And now we can just relax. It's great.
No, think about it this way, Ted, okay? So you won your gold medal, didn't you? You're a champion now. Has life just returned to the way it was before?
No. People in the streets coming up to me has changed everything. I mean, I can't go down the street without being hustled and bustled, people trying to talk to me. Well, hold on. If Jesus died and he rose again, he defeated death and sin, well, I suppose that's got to have changed everything.
That's right. He's the ultimate champion. He's proved it once and for all. He's the ultimate champion of the universe.
Yes.
And that means we've got a job to do, Ted.
Oh, we do. We've got to tell everybody. If there are boys and girls in Norwich, and then Ipswich, and the world and the universe, we've got to tell everybody about him.
That's right. Jesus is the ultimate champion, and we want everyone to know that. That's right, Ted. And I know that's true. I know it's right. But
what kind of butt is there?
But I'm scared. I can't do it, Ted.
Listen, have you not been listening at all this week?
I've been listening very closely.
It says that Jesus is with us always, especially when times are difficult. So if you find it difficult telling other people about him, he'll be with you. He'll help you.
So you're saying, Ted, that I just need to tell people what I know about Jesus, and then actually Jesus has the power to help them understand, right? So my brain might be jelly and my mouth might be gobbledygook, but it's Jesus who has the power to help them understand and love him.
That's right.
Wow, that's amazing news.
You've grown.
I'm still waiting for that, Ted. Oh, grown. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, it's been the best week, hasn't it?
It's been the most amazing week, and we've still got a very good friend of ours to come. Oh. Is she going to come now?
I don't know. There might be some music that accompanies
I
her
don't think
arriving.
we can play that music is the issue in this service because of copyright.
Oh,
yeah.
Dearie me.
So,
next year they'll
but
have
here she is! Oh, we're playing anyway.
Sketch, everybody
hey,
clap
Sketch!
along.
Everyone say hello, Sketch!
Hello, Sketch!
Now, Sketch.
So, Sketch, she never speaks. She
only draws. All right,
Okay.
what she got? Okay.
No, let's try and figure it out.
Where are you hiding? There.
Oh, it's a football.
Oh, I can't see anything. I'm going to shift, Ted. I'm going to shift.
Oh, it's a tomb.
Oh, wow. I thought it was just a donut.
No,
it's a tomb. That's great. Empty tomb. What could it mean?
Oh, well, the stone seems to have been rolled away. and there's nothing inside.
So,
Somebody has moved it aside.
Jesus risen, Ted.
Ah, yes.
Course,
who's
yeah.
this then?
Oh, okay, so there's another person there.
Okay, so...
Interesting.
Is
This could be
somebody-
This could be an athlete.
Oh, yeah, it could be an athlete.
Yeah, it could be.
They look like they're...
But they don't
Oh.
look like our champion because their hair
not
looks
the
more
champion.
normal. No, the
No,
champion's got
it's
that
not the
silly
champion. But
hair.
look, they're pointing somewhere.
They're pointing the wrong way.
They're
What?
pointing... Hold on, they're pointing away from the tomb.
Away from
Both-
ultimate champion Jesus.
And they've only got 4 fingers.
That's so strange.
They're
Wow.
pointing... Okay, so... Oh, it's very detailed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. So they're pointing... Oh,
Gosh, I
it's-
hope someone's going to show them where to go the right
Oh, no,
way.
but there is, look!
Oh!
I reckon this is our champion.
This is our champion with the crazy hair.
Oh, we've been seeing him all week. And
That's
here he is.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
Yeah,
That's
look at that hair.
definitely
Isn't
him.
that incredible, everybody? Wow. And it's coming down.
So
Wow,
do you think
look,
he's going to
that's
go the same way? Look, hold on.
Oh.
He's-
Oh.
That's a long arm.
That's a really long arm.
Wow, so he's grabbing him and saying...
Oh, no. Come the right way.
Oh, so he's pointing to the
The
grave,
way
the
of
empty
Jesus.
tomb.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
He's
this
because
guy's
he's
going
go-
the wrong way, and he's being pointed in the right direction.
Exactly, because he knows the ultimate champion, Jesus. Let's see what he's going to say.
Oh, he's saying something.
Speech bubble. Come.
How did you know that?
Hadn't
hadn't even written it.
Profiteroles.
Come meet.
Come meet.
Oh, it's a meet and greet. After
Come
the service.
meet.
No, come meet Jesus.
Jesus, of course. So he's telling his
Right.
friend who doesn't know the ultimate champion, come and meet Jesus. Sketch, you've done a great job. Everyone say thank you,
Thanks,
Sketch.
Sketch. Bye.
Bye, Sketch.
Bye.
Oh, man. Well, there's sad news, Ted.
Oh.
Oh, it's
bit
the
more.
end of Champion Academy. Oh,
That is sad. But I've just heard something
Have you?
from the grapevine, yes. There's going to be a Summerfest 2025.
Wow,
That was the
is
worst
great
cheer.
news.
That was the worst cheer.
It was really
Ready?
bad, actually.
Summerfest
Yeah.
2025. Yes! Yes!
Excellent.
Are you going to
excellent.
be there?
Oh, I'm going to be hibernating all year to make sure I am ready to come out in 2025 full of energy and beans and Summerfest good vibes.
So I suppose that's it for church then?
No, because that's the other good news. We meet every Sunday here, and everyone is welcome to come and hear more about Jesus every week.
What, 2 services in the morning, 1 in the evening?
That's right. One service at 9:30, another at 11:15. Those have groups for the boys and girls, and then at 6.
Wow.
Great, but this isn't the end of the service. There's even more.
There's more. We
That's
better get
right.
the professionals up.
Okay, yeah, we should probably get off.
Okay.
Bye,
right,
everyone.
see you later, everybody. Bye.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Bill and Ted. Well, they've certainly given us a lot to think about
They
from
have.
that. We've already been thinking a bit about Jesus rising from the dead and what that means for him and how that changed things. He has all power in heaven and on earth. But how does that change things for us?
Great question. Now, let's look back at the verse that we read earlier. It should be coming up on the screens. This is the second half of the passage that we read before. Have a quick scan over it, because in a minute there's going to be a missing word, okay? So let's flick to the next screen. Here we have the verse, and it's telling us to do something. Firstly, the verse tells us to go and make blank. Does anybody know what that word should be that has been taken out of the verse? Yes, at the back?
Go on.
Well done,
Fantastic, well
disciples.
done.
Yeah, it should be go and make disciples of... Oh, I only said the next question. Don't say that bit yet. Jesus wants disciples. That's people who follow him. Jesus absolutely loves people to come to him, to have their sins forgiven, and to be at that party in heaven forever.
Fantastic. Yeah, and then it says, we'll go to the next slide, go and make disciples of something. Go and make disciples of something. What's missing? Someone kind of shout out for me. What's missing?
I just got a hand
Go
up.
on. All nations.
Well done,
Fantastic.
Nathan.
Okay, so Jesus, he wants us to go and make disciples of all nations. Okay, so it's not just people in this church.
Nope.
It's not even just people in Norwich.
Nope.
Not even England and the UK.
Wow.
Okay, it says of all nations. Jesus wants friends from every nation, every country, people from every spot on this planet, even countries with different religions. Wow.
Well, Liam, that looks like you have got a pretty
Me?
big job to do. You are a pastor here, aren't
Yeah.
you? So you better get a move on and go and make disciples of all nations.
Well, hang on, Annie. That verse is directed to anyone who loves and follows Jesus. So it doesn't just say Liam, it's not just me. It's not just you as well. And it's not just Bill and Ted, thankfully, as well. This verse is for everyone. What a surprise that is, though, that Jesus wants us, his friends, to go and make this happen. What an opportunity we have, an amazing opportunity to tell people about Jesus, the one true champion.
You're right, you're right. I can't believe we get to join in with this opportunity. And one more question is that, what are we meant to be saying to people? Could we just have the verse back up? What are we meant to be saying to people? We're meant to be teaching them to what? Can you see it in verse 20? Teaching them to, anyone like to put their hand up? Teaching them, oh, sorry, Zachary, go. Obey, yes, thank you, Zach. Teaching them to obey everything that's Jesus, has commanded. We must tell people what Jesus has said so they know how to go Jesus' way.
Absolutely right. Well, do you guys remember that video we watched earlier of that really fast guy? What was his name again?
Sprinter.
Liam Turnbull? Yeah, that was right, yeah. No, Usain Bolt, that's right. Okay, could I get a couple of volunteers, maybe 3 or 4 volunteers, to come up and let's help us think about this a little bit more. Yep, go on, you can come up.
Zachary.
All right, go on. Yes, do you want to come up as well? Fantastic,
Zach, you can
okay.
come up.
Yeah, go on. Right,
Come
so
up on the stage.
we've got, okay, Usain Bolt. Do you want to stand in here? You can be Usain Bolt for me. Fantastic, great, okay.
Well done.
And here's your medal, okay. So you're Usain Bolt, you're the
Wow.
world record holder. Now, I've got a question for someone who, if anyone knows, we learned that Usain Bolt, he's from Jamaica. We saw the Jamaican flag. But whereabouts is he actually from in Jamaica?
Well, I know the answer to this, Liam, so I will
Oh,
take
okay.
back this chocolate bar for knowing the answer. The answer is that Usain Bolt is from a tiny place called Trelawney, to be coming up
there
on
it
here. There
is.
it is, Trelawney, right at the top with the big red arrows pointing. Now, I bet most of us have never even heard of Trelawney. A few years ago, none of us would even have known about this little boy living in Trelawney. He's little old Usain, very good waving to his fans. He's impressive, but people don't yet know about it.
But, okay, we saw in 2008 when he beat the world record, when he became the champion, millions of people got to see him. And they got to see him break the records. And now, all of these people here, they are his fans, their followers. They know about him, and they were amazed by what he could do. And so the news just kept on spreading as people kept on saying about how much they loved Usain Bolt. They kept on saying, did you see him run that race? Did you see him break that record? Did you see how fast he could run? They were just so amazed by him.
All these people just loved Usain once they knew how impressive he was. Well done, guys. You can go and sit down. Keep your stickers.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
You can keep the medal.
You can
if
keep the
want.
medal. Go on.
Well done, everyone. But do you know who's way better than Usain, as we saw earlier? Shout it out. Who's way better? Jesus, that's right. Usain is a pretty good runner, but Jesus is the ultimate champion. And Jesus wants us to spread the good news that he has defeated sin and death, that he wants us to be his friend, and that it's good to obey him. And as the news spreads, more people can see Jesus' greatness and love him.
Well, yeah, to help us think about this a little bit more, about how more and more people hear about Jesus, we're going to play a very quick game by seeing how many followers Jesus had, okay? There's a couple of questions. They'll come up on screen as well. Stick your hand up if you think you know the answer. How many followers did Jesus have at the very start, the very beginning, okay? How many followers did he have at the very
Who wants to be
beginning?
brave?
Okay, let's have a
Got
hand
hands up over there.
Go on, yeah, shout it out for me.
Well, at the very start, you are right.
Technically true. Yep. Cool. But how many followers did he have after 0? Don't say 1. Someone don't say 1. All right. How many did he have? 12. Fantastic. Okay. So yeah, we saw that he had 12 followers, 12 disciples. Maybe you've heard that term before. These disciples, remember, they were people who followed him, who knew him, who loved him. Okay. So he starts off with 12. But maybe let's think, 100 years after
zooming in.
Jesus had risen from the dead, how many followers did he have? Okay, and this may be like starting to have a little bit of a guess. Let's have a couple of our hands up to have an idea. Just kind of throw out a number.
Charlie,
what do you
what
think?
do you
Go
reckon?
on.
6. It's gone
He's
down.
gone down from 12 to 6. All right. So anyone think he was higher than 6? Okay, let's shout out one
I
figure.
think it was higher than 6.
Maybe. What do we think?
Zachary?
Go on. 10 million. That's a good idea. Okay. Anyone think higher or lower than 10 million? Let's take one more guess. Okay.
Cameron?
Go on. Over 2 million, okay, a little bit less. Let's see, kind of up on the screen here. All right, how many followers did Jesus have? He had over 200,000 followers, people who were disciples of Jesus,
Which
okay?
that is a lot more than 12.
And that is a lot more, a lot more than 12. Definitely a lot more than 0 and 6,
Yep.
okay? But still, that's not like a huge amount. I mean, that's less than the amount of people living here in Norwich, okay? So let's have one final question, okay? How many followers does Jesus have today here in 2024, okay? Let's have a couple of ideas. Stick your hand up. How many followers do you think Jesus has now?
Has it
today?
gone up from 200,000?
Yeah, do you think it's
What
gone
do
up
you
from
think?
200,000? What do you think? Let's have a few
wanna have a
guesses.
guess.
Okay, a couple of people chatting about it with the person next to them. Okay, what do we think? Go on, Finley. 8 million?
good guess. It's
That's
a
a
good
great
guess.
guess. Thank you, Finley. Well done. 8 million. Okay, yeah, go on. 300,000 billion.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's
10,000.
10,000.
These are
Okay.
good numbers.
Lots of really good guesses. But let's see up on screen. How many followers does Jesus have now? He has
2
over
billion.
2 billion
Wow.
followers. Okay, so 2 billion friends that follow Jesus. And that's because people have spoken about him. Just like we saw with Usain Bolt, that he grew lots of followers as people talked about how amazing Usain Bolt was, about what he did. That's happened over history as well. People have talked about Jesus and what he has done. Okay, and people have started to follow him. So now over 2 billion people around the world from all nations follow Jesus. But we want that number to go up and up as well. And maybe you're here today and you love Jesus. Well, that's probably because someone has told you about Jesus. Maybe it was a family member like your mum or your granddad, a friend, or maybe your kind of kids group leaders, or maybe it was at Summerfest. You heard about Jesus from there. And Jesus wants us to do the same as well, because we all have lots of people that we know in our lives, and those are people that we can talk to about Jesus. Maybe it's our friends at school, maybe it's our families, maybe it's part of the football team we play for, maybe it's on holiday or people at the park. We can tell all these people about Jesus because Jesus has asked us to. And as we do, more and more people get to hear about how amazing Jesus is.
Who knows what that number will be in another 100 years,
Yeah.
maybe more than 2 billion. Right, so things have changed for Jesus, and things have also changed for us. The fact that Jesus is the true champion who came back to life changes things forever, and we have had such a great week hearing that. The Henry family are going to come up now, and they're going to lead us in praying about this week.
Fantastic.
Come on.